Take two. Get it? No? Ah, shit, okay. Well, there's a lot of lying going on right now, be it political, social, or whatever. There's a lot of misinformation going on, and in light of this misinformation, we figured we'd take the time to revise an old video of ours that was done way before our temperament for YouTube had sat in. And let's be honest, kiddos, it was pretty terrible. The movie maker text, the incorrect information, blame Kotaku for that one, and the horrible jokes. Well, that part hasn't changed. But you know what has changed? Lies. Deceit. Overpriced medicine charged by corporate dillholes. False rape accusations. White people finally getting what they deserve. It's a mess out there, and someone needs to take it seriously. So while we're waiting on them, here's 5 video game myths. Ooh, tits! Yeah, might as well get this one out of the way, considering why most people clicked on this video. I picked the tits, you clicked the tits. We're all pieces of shit. Unless you're one of those weird fucks that click on videos because the thumbnail offends you. In which case, thanks for the money, dumbass. Tomb Raider was released in 1996 for the Sega Saturn. Later released on PC and PlayStation, this game, inspired by Indiana Jones, after selling 8 million copies worldwide, quickly took its stand upon the wall of gaming heroes. With fame, however, comes Rule 34. Yeah, somewhere, at some point, someone uploaded footage of Lara Croft running around wearing nothing but her. This excited prepubescents and angered future feminists. Ridiculous for 2 reasons. 1, Lara looked like this at the time. I mean, if polygons get you going, who am I to judge? Geometry must have been hard on you. And 2, it's not true. There was never a cheat to make Lara Croft nude. It was a mod made by the uploader himself. This scandalous shit. However, many of you say, the company did later release a cheat code to the second game to make her nude. Yep, it's right here. You want to see it? You want to see what it does? Alright, don't flag me, motherfucker. There you go. Talking about blowing your load, right? Don't worry, I'll get through this one quick. So there's a whole mess of curses supposedly running amok, taking over the world, ruining Shyamalan movies, whatever curses do. Now, this may come as a shock to a lot of you, but I'm not a big sports fan, and I'm a fan of sports games even less. Anyways, now that my opinion has been selfishly injected into your mind, the Madden Curse. Fuck me, people are stupid. So apparently there's a curse on the Madden games, and everyone who appears on the cover gets injured the following year or doesn't do quite well. Yeah, that's not likely to happen anyways. Football. So beyond the fact that this curse has been inconsistent at best, I want to explain curses. See, in fictitious lore, curses are based upon ill action or someone placing them on you. Who places a curse on video games? Like there's a witch in the woods just rubbing her hands maliciously like, you know who deserves some shit? Those fucks that pose on the cover of those stupid-ass Madden games. Hope you guys are ready to get uncomfortable, cause I sure am. So in the first Myths video, I made the mistake of researching the first arcade games made because I myself had incorrectly assumed arcades were the first medium for video games. Yeah, come on, I deserve it. Yeah, I'm a piece of shit. I mean, we established this when the first video went up, but whatever, makes you forget about your shitty life, right? But still, the burden of research is on me. And for that, I'm sorry. After the video went viral, I of course was met by thousands of fact-checkers who instantly told me I was wrong to say Computer Space was the first video game because that's not even close. Computer Space was released in 1971, and as many viewers pointed out, Tennis for Two was developed and displayed, you ready to see how off I was? In 1958. So many critics of the video corrected me and named this the first video game. And because I appreciate being corrected today, I'm not the man I was, it allows me to grow, not only as an entertainer, but also as a human being. So allow me to return the favor. Because if this is to be included, then we must also include OXO, which was developed in 1952. Before that was a game called Nimrod. Before that was a game called Bernie the Brain. And before that, back in the year of 1947, an interactive electronic gaming device first surfaced, called the Cathode Ray Tube Amusement Device. Just rolls off the fucking tongue, doesn't it? Tennis for Two is considered to be the first video game based upon today's standards of what a video game is requiring to run on a computer. But most definitions say that a video game is an interactive electronic device that is displayed on a computer or television screen. If you strip away philosophical thinking, modern standards, and just look at technical needs, Tennis for Two was merely a later and more seasoned bloomer of an age that was already in birth. You like how I picked the straws on that one, bitch?
Ugh, the cartridge thing is true, John.
Give me a second, imaginary critic, because I'm not talking about the story of the cartridges being buried. I'm talking about all the people that said it was a myth. In case you don't know the story, Atari was one of the companies drastically affected by the video game crash of 1983 to 1985. Because of this and other variables like the piece of shit called E.T., Atari made a decision to bury a shit ton of games in the Mexico desert because fuck planet Earth. So I don't know if you guys remember, but when the first Myth video was uploaded, we never mentioned the ET cartridges. And a few people bashed us for forgetting it. Then bigger channels made their own lists including the ET cartridge story. But almost every single video mentioned the cartridge story and talked about it as if it was a myth. Not gonna name any names, I'm not that low and I don't need any WatchMojo fans yelling at me. But here's the thing, it wasn't. And we didn't mention it because we and a shit ton of other people knew it wasn't. In my opinion, that's one of the biggest myths in recent years, and I have no idea where it came from. There was never any question that this happened. An Atari representative confirmed this back in 1983, and Atari never once retracted the statement. So all the channels that called this a myth just heard the story and was like, that's not true! And now there's a shit ton of gamers walking around who never got the news that these cartridges were dug up and even sold for like $100,000 or more. So in case you were one of those gamers, you're welcome. You know, I didn't have to do that, but I did, you know. Alright, I talked about this one in the original video, and I'd feel like a little schoolgirl if I didn't tell you about it again. This had been talked about on only a couple websites before our video, but I remember hearing this theory from a kid named Brian in like the 6th grade. We all know the game Shadow of the Colossus, and if you don't, you're a bitch. But there were 16 Colossi in the game, and when you killed them all, you could bring this chick back to life, but then the game shits on your head anyways, so it's a complete waste of your time and your life. But one day, this ignorant little shit came into class and told us that he had found the 17th Colossus, and that it was hidden in a cave, which was also hidden on a cliffside, and you could only access it by doing some impossible jump or somersault or shit, and you literally have to try for like a year, and it's like really hard, but I totally did it. And then you fought the 17th Colossus. Now, when I mentioned this last time, John, do your research. You are the 17th Colossus. That's cute. You ready for why that's not true? You're the embodiment, at the end, of the entity Dorman, whose essence was dispersed by the old fucks at the end of the game into 16 pieces, which were hidden away in the giants called the Colossi. Yeah, that black shit that comes out, that's not Colossus goo, motherfucker. So you aren't the 17th Colossus, but you are all 16 of them. And that's even better. But Brian from 6th grade is still a lying fuck. Thanks for watching my video. You didn't have to, but you did, and I like that about you. You know what else you don't have to do, but you totally can? Rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel, you little bitch! Do it, or I'll kill Bruce! I'm kidding. I love you.